And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. A couple of bills are pushing some changes to law enforcement here in Nebraska.
From holding them more accountable to changing how they question minors. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live with more on these bills and what the proposed changes are. Veronica?
That's right. Two bills discussed today in the Judiciary Committee look into making some changes to police. One of the bills look into how an officer interrogates children. A second bill would make an officer's current and past conduct more transparent. Senator John Kavanaugh of Omaha introduced a bill that would prohibit use of deception with kids under 18 years old.
This is a question before this legislature about whether we want to have our law enforcement lying to kids to get to answers.
Examples of deception can be when an officer intentionally manipulates information about the evidence in a case in order to have someone confess. Supporters of the bill say children are more likely than adults to falsely confess to a crime.
We all want justice, but wrongful convictions are not justice. Lying is not a good way to find the truth.
Right now, there is not a law that requires that an adult needs to be present when a minor is being interrogated. Those opposing the bill say law enforcement in our state are trained to use this practice as a last resort, especially with kids.
In my experience, we use it sparingly. However, there are times, like anything else, that it can become necessary.
Another bill regarding law enforcement was introduced by Senator Terrell McKinney of Omaha. The bill asks for a creation of a municipal police oversight to hold police accountable. This would be a new city department operating independently. The bill would also require a public list of information about a police officer's past, which could include criminal convictions, untruthfulness, or misconduct. Those supporting the bill say Nebraska and the U.S. has failed to pass meaningful legislation to hold police accountable.
I believe we need the police without a doubt, but the current method of policing is not working. The deception of the good old boys and the police is always right is over. And just like the seasons change, I believe we need to have a lot of change in the failures in this state and even in this country.
The bill would also require a bachelor's degree for law enforcement certification. Many say this requirement would only make recruitment harder.
We support training requirements for all commissioned officers, however, disagree with the requirement of a degree. This requirement disregards the value of life experience and limits candidates to those who can afford a 4-year degree.
The two bills brought the attention of multiple law agencies in our state and police departments. If approved in committee, they would go next to the legislative floor for more discussion.
Veronica, thank you very much for our top story tonight.